The program Gestalt OD is a very fundamental shift from the traditional OD process because it is steeped in the Gestalt theory. And this is about not only, it's about experiencing and experimenting. So this gives a much more holistic and systemic approach to OD, and what it does really is to shift the perception and therefore the awareness of the participants about how things really work and what is the process of meaning making that we do as OD consultants. And hence this program is not only about learning about the processes, techniques, technologies, but really experiencing it fully from all systems level. And when you experience it, and the unique concept around this is that we create a real-time experience which allows people to experiment, and which means really that people go to the client system and they work with the client system for 2 days, and hence they are experiencing the dynamics within their own consultant group as well as the client group. And the other unique feature of this program is that it's not only about doing it one time and going to another client next time, but you have an exposure to the same client almost 3 times during the program. And hence you are actually diving wide as well as deep into the organization system as well as your own presence, what it does, and you have a first-hand experience of it. And the second question really is that why does this program exist? I think this program really exists to bring new perspective to OD, and therefore based on Gestalt theory, which is really steeped in holistic approach, which is steeped in Kurt Lewin's work, which is really about which brings all the theories together and actually becomes very present-centered and awareness process. So as we say that, this program is all about awareness, and hence what we are helping the consultants to be is awareness experts, and to be able to recognize how our perceptions are based on our past experiences and the context that we come from, and therefore this starts providing to help look at your own perception and the way of meaning making, and hence how do you shift and become aware of what else is emerging, and it's not an easy thing, but at the same time this program is also combining even the theories of, for example, I come from India, and also the Indian mythology and philosophy about being in the here and now is captured. So I find this approach, even bringing in Carl Rogers' person-centered or present-centered approach into play. So I find this is much more holistic and gives new dimensions and new thinking to the consultant. And that's why I think it exists, and it is taking on more and more roots into our system and awareness. I mean, I had been a consultant for about almost 25 years, and a successful consultant in organization development. And I think after I personally went through this Gestalt OD, it brought in some new awareness and some new perspectives to me. And now the way I am working, I think it has become much easier as well as deeper in the kind of work that I do. Then, and therefore, what makes it a transforming experience is because you seeing a consultant as the instrument of change. That's where the work gets done, and you are exposed to all levels of systems during the program. And so there are individual level of system, interpersonal level, small group, large group, total community, and you are going through those emotions of having to deal with the dynamics that is constantly emerging. And I think that's why it becomes a very deep experience, and it's not only internally looking at, you're also looking at internally as your own system, as well as you have an opportunity to use that lens for looking at the organization that you go to, and hence and be able to debrief with the teachers as well as with each other. I think that is where I find it as a very hands-on and a reflective space. And that's exactly which transforms people by the time they finish, because they have shifted in their awareness, and they have shifted and they have completed many of the gestalts experiences that were really hanging around and which were playing out as they tried to interact with the system. And for participants, there are a whole lot of learnings. One is learning to what kind of a presence that you bring, and therefore what kind of images that it evokes in your client system, and what kind of an excitement at the boundary that you are going to have. It becomes very deep experience, and so they have they're learning. They go back with these very theoretical underpinnings of the theory, and as well as experiential way of learning. And the third is they also have an opportunity to experiment with their learnings. And personally, my experience of having worked in this as a facilitator as well as a participant is that the awareness level really changes, and I really enjoyed experiencing the waves of shifts that happens in people, in myself, and how I am becoming more aware of my presence that I bring to a system, and what are the voices that I am bringing in which are missing in the system. So I think my own ability to take more risk as well as have deeper understanding of human systems have increased. Thank you.